My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and doing really well. And today I am viewing from the house of Aramis, Institution de Parfum. Is it Institution? Intuition. Okay, this is £67 for 50ml and this is £87 for 100ml. The notes are, it's warm and addictive. Charisma LXR. Exclusive Aramis essence. I've never heard of that. Grapefruit, which is crisp and intoxicating. Lavender, fresh and energizing. Vetiver, woody and evocative. It's saying it's got no top notes, no heart notes, no base notes, and the launch date was 2025. When it's the marketing, it goes on and ask yourself, this is this and that is that. It's a little bit of a something. Spray this man's cologne a few inches away from the body for an energizing rush. Oh my goodness. Do we have our bottles of Aramis Institution de Parfum? Are we engaged with the higher self? Let's get testing. So the reason I got this is because Aramis, I remember years and years ago, Aramis was quite popular, and then you just don't hear about it. It's just not out there at all. I've never heard about anyone saying, oh, I'm wearing the new Aramis fragrance, but I remember it was really popular and there was a skincare range that went along with it. And I remember years ago getting the skincare lab series. This is, oh my God, when I was like 18, 19, 20, something like that. And used to get one of the fragrances, or it was something, I can't remember. I'm so old now, I forget all this stuff. It kind of all blurs into one. Okay, so let's apply fragrance in the air to see about the sillage and all that sort of stuff. And then let's apply the fragrance to the skin. Let's have a look at the atomizer. So they were saying I have to spray the fragrance and then walk into it. So I'm going to do exactly as they say that I should. So I'm going to go this way. I remember them doing this. The atomizer is really good, actually. So that is a plus. I love the cap looks like mother of pearl. Even though it's crap or plastic, I really love that. So the attention to detail's fantastic. Insanely pleasant, pleasurable, forgettable. And it's such a shame. This is so another fragrance which is, I don't want to offend and I want to smell like everyone else. And I haven't got a problem with that because this is a really lovely gym fragrance. This is a really lovely officina fragrance. This is a really lovely fragrance when you just want to smell clean and fresh. And that's kind of it. So it's got a raw material called a quinol. Quaxel, I always get them discombobulated, mixed with cologne, and it's been handled beautifully. As cologne can be very overpowering. That Cino is gorgeous with the lavender. Very, very gorgeous, very beautifully done. This is a timeless formulation. It's quite gentle. Formulations definitely for when you don't want to offend and when you just want a little bit of projection for yourself. This is not a going out fragrance. This is not like where you're going to get 7 feet of projection for £10. People tend to like that kind of whatever. I do super diagemotional. So this is a blue aquatic sea fragrance. It's very soft and fluffy, actually. Quite linear, clean. Choice of musk is very clean, very simplistic. Wood raw materials, bit of citrus, lavender. It smells very French. There's French ways of designing perfume and kind of think of them more as American ways of designing perfume. I think, well, English perfumery I think, obstinate. What that word means, but I think, what was I called once? What did the teacher call me once? I don't know. I remember they were saying go and stand in the corner and think about what you've done. I made a girl at school once wee herself because I made her laugh so much. That's one of my proudest moments of school. So I can't really remember any more about that situation apart from being told go and stand in the corner and think about what you've done. So that's what I think about English perfumery. Anyway, back onto this. Ethyl linalool, and I think of linalool groups. So ethyl linalool, ethyl linalool acetate. They are the building blocks of citrus and lavender, bergamot. So how you construct them gives you support to citrus, which can be incredibly volatile and fleeting, lavender to give it more strength and volume. And if you add in citral, you get more lemongrass feel. So just by manipulating these raw materials around, you get a different feel. And ethyl linalool, I feel, is the softest of all the linalool groups. Linalool acetate is the harshest. So this is ethyl linalool, and ethyl linalool can, if you work with other raw materials, give you more female leading fragrances. But if you utilize it with woods and other masculine sort of style raw materials, you can get a soft masculine fragrance. And this has given me really beautiful, soft, aquatic blue, a bit of lavender, citrus and woods. Onto my final thoughts. I really like this actually. I think this has its time and its place. And I think the time and place for this is the office, going to the gym, being really unoffensive when you just want to smell really clean and fresh. The downside is not particularly effervescent and it's not really particularly voluminous. Yes, this is an eau de parfum, so I'm expecting about 20% concentration. So I'm expecting this to give you about 4 or 5 hours wear. But within that, I'm expecting the half of it to give you volume and then to trail down to give you substantiality at about the 6-hour mark and then to dissipate. On me personally, I don't really feel we're getting the volume and lift from this. We're just getting straight into the initial lift and there's substantiality. I think it's very delightful. I think it's very lovely. I would just love it amped up a little bit, if I'm really honest with you. I think for that price, I'd love a bit more volume, a bit more punch to it, whilst keeping the dry down as it is. I love the dry down, but the initial lift and volume at the top is not really in keeping with what I would have liked. For the price, I think the price is very good for it. I love the packaging. Even though the cap's plastic, I do really love the mother of pearl finish. The atomizer is fantastic. I think for what it is, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm so surprised because it smells, it's just very delightful and very lovely. I think this is an all occasions fragrance, but I think this is for people who perhaps the polar opposite to me. I'm very attention seeking. For people who aren't attention seeking, love to smell nice and fresh and perhaps are more thoughtful and just want to sit in the background a little bit. And this is what I think it's perfect for. Not everyone is a loudmouth. Some people out there are a lot more thoughtful, a lot more quiet and go to the office and have very serious jobs and just want to smell nice throughout the day because the fragrance takes them away from how horrible the officina life can be, how many politics and all of that. So this, I think this is perfect for it. Perfect for a gym fragrance. Perfect for an officina fragrance, perfect for putting on when you want to smell clean and fresh. If, however, it had more volume at the top, more top note, more punch, it will then be perfect for me. And I would give it a 10 because I think it's really, really delightful. I can actually thoroughly recommend it if you're looking for a new fragrance, which isn't built like everything else out there, which is built, it smells very classic, smells very classy. The price is really good. But you're not going to get monstrous amounts of wear out of it. But you can apply it 2 or 3 times a day and I think it's great. Hope you love that review. Thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands, and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you stay safe and well. See you soon.